things that I suggest people do, whether you're creating a resume or a proposal or whatever it is make a separate resume for each prospective person that you're presenting this to, right? So I'm not going to create if I'm looking for a job, I'm not going to create a single resume and send it out to 1,000 different companies. The odds of you getting anything from that pretty low, right? Instead, I'm going to customize my resume for the specific person at the specific company that's going to be looking at that resume. If I'm doing a sales proposal, I'm doing the same thing. I'm going to customize that specific proposal for that specific person that's going to be reading that proposal. And here's some simple things that you can do to do that, by the way. If every prospective employer had the same exact problems, a single resume would work. But realistically, though, every reader is going to be looking for something totally different. They're going to be looking for different attributes. So if you can customize the content for that reader, then he or she is likely going to look at your document more favorably. I'll give you a good example of this. A few years ago, I realized that I needed to hire a new website manager for my company, for the Leaders Institute. And just so you know, I'm a geek at heart. I mean, I know a lot of you guys that have listened for 10 minutes probably already figured that out, right? If you listen for a while, you know that. But I'm very, very, very good at creating websites that rank well in Google searches. This is one of the things I'm good at. You know, you type in public speaking class, public speaking training, leadership development courses, that kind of thing, team building events, you type that stuff into Google. A lot of times my company websites anyway will pop up to the top. So when I finally realized that I needed help, I mean, the company was growing so much and getting so big that I just couldn't handle it myself anymore, and I needed to hire help. I had a very specific list of criteria that I was using to evaluate candidates. And because I wasn't going to turn over my babies, these websites, I've been working on these for like 15, 20 years, and they've made me millions of dollars. And so I don't want to just turn that over to any Yahoo, right? So I was going to turn my babies over to an outsider, or before I did anyway. I wanted to know that they would be properly cared for, right? So basically in my head, and I probably put this on paper too, but I know it was at least in my head, I had a decision-making hierarchy of what I was looking for in this new website manager. It was basically, I was looking for an expert at search engine optimization, you know, because that's something that I'm pretty good at. I wanted them to be good at search engine optimization as well. It was at the top of the list, but it was something that I would be willing to train somebody to do. So as long as they were into that thing, it would be more important than for them to be highly skilled in that. But the thing that I was really looking for, though, is the ability to hard code a website versus using the builder programs, you know, like we use Divi as our theme, our WordPress theme. And there's a Divi builder, which is awesome. It does some really pretty things, but it also creates a lot of weird code, right? So basically, if somebody overuses those builder programs, it can cause some big problems. And then I was also looking for someone who had expertise in what's called rich text, or Google rich text. It's basically those things that kind of pop up that are extra to, you know, like when you type in a search on Google, sometimes it will put additional things. Like, for instance, on our websites, we have a presentation class called Fearless Presentations. And if you go to if you type in like public speaking class Dallas and Fearless Presentations pop up, it will actually list the upcoming classes that with the dates and, you know, how to register and all that kind of stuff in the search engine ranking. So that's a specific type of coding that has to be done on each one of those pages in order to make those things do that. And so I was looking for somebody that was good at that. And then the last thing I was looking for was if the person had some type of audio visual expertise. That'd be a great bonus. You know, I mean, that would be okay. It wouldn't kill them if they didn't have that, but if they did have it, then that could put somebody over the top. You'd be shocked, but over 90% of the resumes, I got over 100 resumes within a couple of weeks, you know, because it's a fairly high profile company, you know. And so the moment that I kind of posted something, I got resumes out the wazoo, applications out the wazoo. But over 90% of those resumes that I reviewed were focused almost entirely on how great they were at making websites look pretty, and only a very, very small percentage of the people that applied hit any of the four main criteria I was looking for. So as a result, most of the resumes were excluded from consideration almost immediately. They didn't do any type of cursory examination, any type of cursory information gathering to try to customize their resume or their application to the thing that I was looking for. And so as a result, it actually made my decision pretty easy because I only had like 3 or 4 people to choose from, and so I just picked the best of that group, right? Um, but I mean that's the thing that tends to happen though. So if you want to be considered, if you want to be put at the top of the list, then it's important to do a little bit of investigation before updating your resume.